Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So, I want to talk about this clip of Nina Turner, who was on the Breakfast Club recently, and part of the discussion was talking about the school mass shootings and what could be some of the solutions to that. And she has something very interesting to say, interesting for a Black woman of this day and age, especially who has political sway or who has, some status in her life to say out loud. And she says it, and she's not necessarily apologetic about it. She's saying, I kind of don't care who thinks a way about what I'm saying, but I want to just play this clip for you guys. And then we're going to talk about what she said and why she had to say that. So let me go ahead. I'm just going to let it play. Now, I thought it was very interesting what she had to say, and I agree with her that we do need the presence of the men more. We need more presence of men in the homes. We need more presence of Black men around schools and in communities. But a couple of things I want to touch on. She said, I agree generally with what she said about the community and things of that nature. But there's a reason why she had to say it. The first thing about it is she had to almost, I don't want to say apologize, but she had to soften the blow, because she said, I know that some of the folks don't believe in that. And then she also said, and I'm every woman, and I'm not afraid to say that we need more man energy. You know that it's gotten bad with Black women, where you can't, as a Black woman, to uphold your Black woman card, you got to be skeptical of saying anything positive about Black men or Black masculinity. Saying anything even remotely positive or remotely, in the way of praise or in the way of saying that Black masculinity is necessary, you've almost got to, be a little bit soft. You've got a little bit apologize. You've got to sort of assure the sisterhood that you're not turning on them by not making a statement of hatred and misandry directed at Black men, but at the same time having to admit the necessity of Black masculinity and Black male presence, both in the home and visible in the community. Now, we got that part of it out of the way. Now, why are they not there? Why are the Black men missing in the homes, in the communities? I wonder why they don't feel generally compelled to be available as bodies, as, mentors, as protectors, as people who are willing to do the patrol and things of that nature at schools. Why are they like that? She's saying, I know that the majority of Black households are led by women. Certain things are popping off. She didn't want to get into it. And I understand it for the purposes of that conversation. She didn't want to get into it, but I'll get into it for her. And I don't know if this is something that she would agree with or something that she was even going to say, but I'm going to say it. The community done went down the tubes because of Black single motherhood rate is too high. And that's why there are not enough men in the household, because Black women play too much. They play too much with the paternity of men. They play too much with men's children, even when they're not lying about whether or not these children are yours. They play with them. They drag the men too badly. They make sure that the men can't be around their children. They are not actually setting up families and homes in the first place. They are creating these broken things that are not real family units. They are not nuclear family units by having children prior to marriages and solid relationships. So they are not building the relationships for the most part in any ways. So these men aren't just missing out of the home or just walked away from the home. They're not being invited into it in the first place. She wants to have children on her own so she can run them. She wants to have children on her own in the absence of the father so that he can't tell her what to do, so that he can't manage, so that his presence is actually missing, so that his order is missing, so that her chaos can reign supreme. She's ruining these children. Now, by and large, it's not Black children that are doing school shootings, okay? So that culturally, among the many, many, many issues that we have as a culture, that's actually not one of them. It's not typically our kids that are getting angry and shooting up the school. And we got some of the worst little gladiator academies, boy, I'm telling you, across the country, okay? Especially in impoverished neighborhoods. Our public school systems are really, really crazy, and they're dangerous in their own right. But we're not the school shooter. That would be Becky's child. Okay, that's the school shooter, because he's the one with access to the AR-15 that was bought legally. Do you understand what I'm saying? So our kids don't even have, you understand? So that's not really one of our issues. Our biggest issue that she was trying to touch on was the single motherhood rate. This is why I be going in on single mothers. Do I think every single Black woman who ends up a single mother is a bad person? Obviously, you don't speak in absolutes. But it's so many wayward, lost, downright evil so-called single mothers in the Black community that they're causing an issue by the way in which they are raising children and the mindset that these children are coming up with, both boys and girls. So this is why this is feminism 70 years down the line. See, this is why I keep telling y'all we're living in the failure of feminism. The Black community is living in the failure of feminism. We failed. We failed. Our community failed off the back of following feminism, following Becky down a rabbit hole with something that was really designed for our destruction. And 70 years in, Black women still don't want to see it. Still don't want to see it. At this point, you're being willfully ignorant and purposely blind. The issue with our communities is that we don't have any families. Okay? And we don't have any family because Black women, by and large, do not want to create families. Actively, in a lot of cases, avoiding it. Avoiding the marriage. You're avoiding the marriage by purposely not doing the things that a man would like to be done by a wife so that you're not married. And if you do happen to get married, you're so tumultuous and chaotic that even if you have children, like the state of those children are not necessarily that much different than the state of a single mother, because y'all a lot of times are getting these husbands that are noodle bags, that are kowtowing to what y'all want. Especially we talking about a gynocentric hyena marriage, and we're not talking about a lioness marriage. So you raising these kids any old kind of way, with any old kind of thought pattern. They don't have no direction because you don't got none. So they act out. And then you want to complain about who they become as adults, especially the men. You raise these boys, son, husbands, and all of this other kind of foolishness that you raise them in. And then you wonder why when they are adults, they are not the upstanding masculine men that you want to see. You don't like masculine men. You don't like masculine Black men. You don't like that because you do everything in your power to repel that. You take away their fathers so that the boys can't learn that. And then you raise these highly emotional, very low logic, very testosterone driven males. Then you want to call them dusty after they display the same mindset that their mamas have. Then now they dusty, and now they not no good. And now, these men, they moving in their feminine energy, and I wonder why they do that. It's not a mystery no more. We got to stop acting like we don't know what's happening. This is not a mystery. This is what's playing out in real life, in real time. There are no mysteries. The Moynihan report has played out to its conclusion. So there aren't really any unanswered questions anymore pertaining to the Black community and why we're here. Just wanted to bring that to attention. I thought that was very interesting take, a very interesting thing that she had to say. Anyways, I want to bring everybody's attention to the fact that you can jump down in the description and click the link for purchasing this new book, Reclaiming the Black Feminine, Lies of Feminism and the Road to Recovery, on sale right now at crimsoncure.com. Also on sale on Amazon. Both links are in the description box. I also want to invite you all to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Okay. And like I said, like, share, subscribe to the channel if you've not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.